Alrighty.
We're good? All right, welcome to the September 2025 Planning Board meeting for the Village of Fayetteville. Four things on the agenda. We'll stick to the order that they're in. We're gonna have you come up, present as if you hadn't before. Just everything that, and we recognize we have the plans now.
Yeah.
Present as if you hadn't before. And we also want to hear about everything you've done with the property since.
Okay. Just go.
Yeah.
That stand or.
If you could, if you would, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to move my salon from Manlius to Fayetteville. So I bought this property last year. So I've been trying to redo the landscaping outside and try to make it nicer, neater. So we're trying to hire a contractor to move one of the walls and the first floor. And so we can put the pedicure chairs and the nail stations on the first floor. And put up a couple walls to expand the bathroom on the first floor. I put up another door for the waxing room. Put up put it in the sink. So I put in the ramp for handicap accessibility with a couple handicap accessible parking spot on the front. And hopefully try to repave the property, make it look nicer, and so that way when old people are walking, they won't trip and fall as easy as
Okay.
gravel.
You're planning to pave the
Yep.
front spaces and the second and back.
Yes, I'm not sure, I don't know if you guys require me to do it right away, or if I have time to do it, over the next year or two. But I don't know if you require me to do it right away or not, but I want, in the plan, I want to pave it eventually.
Okay.
And so I've the last time you guys noticed, I cut down all the trees in the front and on the sides, because I want to clean all that space up, so I've been planting trees along that road. So I don't know if you noticed that as well or not, but that's what I want to do. Planning on planting a whole row of tree there, which I've done most of it already. There's a few more I need to plant in, so I'm gonna do that next spring. Much else about it, okay.
Okay. Notice you're taking down some trees in back as well.
Yeah.
So I can now see houses in back, whereas the houses couldn't see you previously.
Yeah, so I've been planting more trees in the back to, but it'll probably take probably 3 years to grow in. So, but if they require me to do something else, I can also do something else with that.
Okay. I have to tell you, I'm pretty jealous of your garden that runs along that. If anybody got a chance to walk it or pull in there?
Yeah, so I planted my fig trees in the front because that place had full sun. So just like any tree need full sun, so I planted like the whole tomato.
Tomatoes, squash, like everything.
Oh yeah, the tomato in the front that you see, I actually separate plants that I have extra, and I didn't want to throw them out, so I just dig a hole, put some compost, and just put the plants in water and take care of it. But like that area, I want just to plant things that you can eat, but also things that looks nice as the tree grows up and so.
Other questions?
I wasn't here for the original meeting. Did you live in that house as well?
Yes, so that's why we requesting that we live in upstairs and we do the downstairs. And in the plan, there's a separate door that will go up there, but I'll get that put in.
Did you get this? Did you?
I wasn't here for that meeting. But I did send Karen some questions about it. A long time ago, before the.
So I probably would have forwarded it to you at that time, you did, to the rest of the board at the time.
I was
months
wondering if
ago.
it was owner occupied. I was trying to figure out how it fell into the zoning district. But now I understand, 'cause I wasn't sure before if it was rental.
Okay.
Because that makes sense. Because this is a special permit then. Yeah.
Chris, Catherine, any questions? I remember the question, because we likely sent it. I don't know.
Feel like you might have addressed them at that time.
I was more, I was looking at it from a zoning standpoint. Because if it was renting, I don't believe. I was gonna look in the email.
I think you had a comment before about like the parking lot needed to be a certain shape, because I think there was originally an idea of putting spaces on both sides. but you
Yeah,
wouldn't be
it
able
looks
to-
like the architect realized it here.
Yeah, at first they were drawn, it was hand drawn. when we did
It
the
was
first-
bad. Didn't really tell you, yeah,
This makes more sense.
so. So it's 20 to 24, so it's enough for the parking. Was the grade also, there wasn't topo, was one of the questions I asked, because it does go down though, right?
Yes, it has a little slope.
This plan says existing trees to remain. Looks like it's been clear cut.
Yeah, that was the, I think he looked at an old plan where he has it, but that's why he left it there. That's why he didn't know it was cut down already, to plant new trees. But the trees in the back that haven't been cut, it's not removed, it's staying there, so that's, what he says. You're not cutting any of the trees in the back anymore, right? I'm like, no, that's not done.
So it's not cut to the property line?
Clear cut.
That's what I'm saying, I think
Yeah.
it is.
It is.
I don't think it matches this plan.
No, you can see what used to be Tom Miller's house clear as day.
Right.
It used to not be. You can
Right.
see it.
I think that's probably because they're adjusting the slope here in order to park. But
Well,
there's not a grading.
Right, that work hasn't been done yet. All that's been done in the back of that property is all those trees are cut.
Now consider this currently gravel. Supposed to be paved. Yeah. Paved.
Yeah, do we need to be thinking about if there's gonna be that much pavement, drainage?
Yeah, this plan, I don't know, did the architect do a grading or drainage plan for you?
I don't think so.
This was for the drainage water.
It will,
So if it's paved, it would be even gravel, it moves
it's
fast.
the one that stays low right to that house.
Plus now there's natural buffer from the top, so the water from this area has been touched down and go to.
So what the water drainage are you guys thinking about?
Right.
Stormwater,
The stormwater from the from pave,
Right.
from one.
so all that rain has to go somewhere.
Yeah, because,
And with the slope going back.
Yeah.
Towards the back of the property.
so I spoke to one of the paving company. And it says that we can do it in a way that it can drain to the back of my property and my side. It won't lead into any of others property except my own. Because the property is an L shape,
If he does like a little swale or something like
Yeah.
that at the back.
so
then
it goes
you can-
towards there,
you
instead
can
of
keep
to
it.
the to anyone else's property.
And that's something that we need to see.
Okay, so if we, when I pave it, when I, the pave it, we will have that plan for you.
If that's the plan before. Before that, yes. I'll need to see now.
Yeah, if I decide to ever pave it, that plan will go towards you guys as well.
Well, right now you have it planned.
But you want to need to have that plan,
You're proposing right now in front of us.
Yeah.
That it's going to be paved.
okay,
If we're going to approve anything that looks like that.
Yeah.
We're going to need a plan that shows what's happening with that stormwater,
okay,
because the neighbor's gonna be concerned about what happens in their back.
okay,
Or you come back with a revised, it's like moving plan. That could be that part of this and could.
So I can-
Event later,
yeah,
you are ready to pay.
okay.
I also need to know a lot more about the trees that are going back there,
Mhm.
for coverage.
So you're for screening now.
With this saying existing,
It's about the trees from,
We haven't received any,
okay.
Mr. Miller.
no, but I mean, the new residents, nothing is coming to the office one way or the other.
Well, I would say with that plan, I'd like to. This says existing trees to remain, and if this was staying like this, I wouldn't be so concerned about plantings.
Yeah.
But right now, it's clear cut. So I'd want to know what's going to be back there and how is
Well, the
that.
back, I didn't remove that many trees. There was only dead trees or dying trees I removed, which is like, I think, if you, from facing that house, there was only one, two, three, 4 trees that I removed that was dead or dying. Half of the tree that were there, one of the storms, like half of it broke into their side, so I went over there and I removed it. But I did not remove any more trees than that, except there were like hundreds of feet of vines of grapevines
Mhm.
that grow onto the tree, and then the bigger trees that was there that's shading all those trees to that was killing them because all the big trees that remained there was shading all those trees. That's why I had to remove it, not because it was not because they healthy trees that removed them.
Well, that might have been what was providing the cover.
Yeah, it was the grapevines that was going on.
Between
with
that
all the
neighborhood
trees.
and this property.
Yeah.
So I'd want to know. Those neighbors right now, or we're seeing, that's a residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
That commercial property was not visible.
Mhm.
And now what is about to become a commercial property is not only very visible. All the trees are cut down, and that's needed. So with that revised plan. Want to know what's going to be planted back there for trees to cover that from those neighbors. Do you have a preferred plant that you throw out?
I mean, I think it's up to them, but it should be evergreen if possible, I think, just because this. Solano, so it'll be evergreen.
Yeah, so I already planted, 2 type of trees, 2 peach trees and plum trees, and those trees grow pretty quickly. So the tree I planted at my parents' house, those were the same trees. I planted them, the plum trees I planted last year and they were 4 feet tall. This year they are, I think, 10 or 11 feet tall.
Want to make sure that we get something that has year-round coverage though.
So
Green.
it requires, can I put up a fence or something like that? It requires to have that section covered.
Problem is you're on a
Yeah.
downslope, so
Yeah.
the fence probably wouldn't be tall
Yeah,
enough to
wouldn't-
deal with the downslope.
Even the trees now, like you said. would
Yeah,
take
it would take
years,
time
so
for it
you
to grow.
have to put like great giant arborvitae, like a row almost or something to make sure that. There's no visibility through and all year round.
Or that one neighbor, can I get, if I ask them if they need anything or if that's okay with them, would a letter from them be sufficient?
Well, less to do with the person that's living in the house and more to do with the fact that
Yeah,
it's a
but-
neighborhood.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I want to plant the trees to cover those areas, but it's gonna take time for any trees to grow.
But right, I mean, some sort of line, some form of cover, even if it's it'll be fast. So that's something we'd want to see on this plan. This will definitely need to be updated.
They want to update it with the trees being planted back there and the stone trench and the drain, like the whole thing. Those are 2 changes you guys want to see.
What about the signage that was in the original plan? Didn't have any detail. Is there signage planned?
Not yet, because we'll have to hire a different company for you guys to approve on that.
Okay.
Let me just ask one thing, since if you are going to make changes, as it relates to when you first walk in, the upstairs is, I think we talked about this last time, that's going to be the living space entirely. Is there any potential for putting a door at the lower level instead of putting it at the level?
No, because it's when you walk up, it's a railing, it's not a wall that's taken down.
Well, I understand it's real, I mean, you could, take the railing down, put a wall there, not saying that you have to, I'm just curious. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I think I had the same thought last time, it just seemed a little odd that, there would be a door that potentially could go to the living, or stairs that goes to living space, or potentially like the mixing of the living space and the commercial space, just wanted to make that line more clearly understood as to what's what. I think the waxing room makes this a little bit more clear now, because I don't think that as what's going on in the back of the house.
Mhm.
But a lower level, you have it as existing storage, so I don't think that there'll be any real question that. No, that's not gonna be living space, I think it's gonna be more separated.
Mhm.
I just was curious about the upstairs, but you don't have to do that. thought maybe if there was more delineation or some way of marking it off so it's clearer, that might be helpful. But, I don't know what they thought.
These trees here, because this property's an L, those trees belong to this, but they're not gone, or?
But that's the next
I
property.
think they're there. That's this neighbor.
So they may still be, it's what's on his property.
So,
Yeah, because that's,
but she shows it the same way.
that's what goes straight back.
Right, now both will need a lot of trees. We need to see those drains, stormwater.
They have the land to do.
Yeah, the room was definitely back there.
Just so you know that this was, this is a public hearing in conjunction with this review, because that's what's required of a special use permit. So if there were any comments for or against, suggestions, this would have been the opportunity, so.
I thought was we'd go through it ourselves first, then.
Okay,
Still have to
so
open
what
it.
did you that?
Still have to open it for public comment, right?
Yeah.
Is the handicap ramp already built?
No,
Is your architect making sure it's ADA standards?
you understand? Yeah,
Cause I think you might, you need to see that, don't you? Yeah.
I don't know how else you do that. I don't love handicap ramps in the front. I was parked there sitting on the adjacent property trying to look at. How else do you do that with the slope and back?
Mhm.
It ends up being like 100 and something foot long. Ramp. I want to see some form of design.
And that needs.
Yeah.
See.
What is the material that'll be made of this?
it'd be made of some wood and some composite. Like a bag.
The colors of that house offer an opportunity to paint it and hide it so that it kind of blends with the design of the house.
Yeah,
So in what they submit, highly advise there's some novel design to blend that into the house. Instead of doing if you do it as composite, this is doable. But if they do it as pressure treated, it's gonna stand out like a sore thumb.
I think because the parking's so close to the street, to having vegetation out in front of that parking space, was kind of behind your sign would be good to block the views.
Yeah.
So the car and the ramp.
Yeah, planting plan all around, like even here in front, it shows that the hedgerow, I'm not trusting any of that in this plan. Now that I know that this isn't updated, so have the whole plan updated with plantings. And I'm not saying every tomato shrub. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah,
plantings that are going to grow, yeah, shrubs are gonna be.
yeah, well, I can put it on there, but yeah, I don't wanna put a specific plant on there. Because, I have to figure out which plants that's gonna look nice and cover those areas. So I will put planting on there, but I won't label any specific planting that's gonna be going on there.
Well, that's what we normally need.
Yeah.
We need to be specific.
Because we want to make sure that it's gonna stay. I think overall, our biggest concern at this, or my biggest concern at this point is. The neighbors behind you have been impacted because of the trees and everything that you cleared out. And there really isn't a plan in place that we can look at and we can go back to those neighbors if they were to question us. And say, okay, this is what is gonna be planted, it's gonna take a year or so, but. We're mindful of the fact that you've been impacted and we're trying to fix it. the concerns about. Yes, it matters. What types of plantings you have. Because this environment is. Is harsh at times. And we don't want to plant something this fall that. Won't make it through the winter. Won't grow in the spring. Is impacted by our weather and will not thrive in fall. We want you to be successful. We don't want you to have to redo this every year or two or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So we have to be mindful of that and how it affects the other residents around you.
Mhm.
Whether it's in the front or in the back.
Well, yeah, I can be more, so you want me to be specific in the front and in the back?
Mhm.
Okay.
And again, not tomato plants.
Yeah,
but
yes.
things that are shrubs, trees, or you want
So guys,
specifics.
winter screening, so
Oh,
winter screening, so you have evergreen, not just deciduous plants.
Like, I'm impressed with the plums and the peaches, but
They drop their.
come the winter, lots of leaves and. Again, detail on that handicap ramp. If you're using composite, it's paintable right away. If you're using I'm assuming like the whitish grayish composite, it might actually blend. It will blend better with the house.
Yeah. So if I have the plant, with other, updated plants that you want, that's gonna be going in back and front. The drainage, like and then and then also the planting in front.
Ramp detail.
Details.
So then,
We need to know the slope of the ramp because Mike will have to.
Yeah.
Confirm that it meets, American with Disabilities Act requirements.
okay,
See, I do see it says one over 12 slope with the turnaround. It's like this 8, I think that's 8 feet.
I don't know if
See
you're
there?
architect, but
You guys look at that second page.
we'll be able to stay with this. Alright, Michael inspected it. He gets the actual plan, as long as it meets, if this is the real architect doing this. They should know what they're doing with the slopes. But the design is like, yes, it needs to meet ADA, but I'm concerned about the design of that along the front of the style of the house.
You have to meet the setback requirements for the front yard as well, but.
64.
Pretty good thing, um,
So what is that from the parking? Is it from the parking or from the? Is your concern from the parking or from the ramps?
From the right of way line, so the
from
property
front
line,
yard setback.
yeah, what is the front yard setback in this zone?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's say 50 foot for those. Most
It's not gonna make it.
Well, not the ramp.
would be
Right.
35. I don't have this chart from.
Make sure your architect includes setbacks.
Show
is
the
that back from the
setback.
sidewalk?
Yep, if you tell them setbacks, they'll know what you're talking about. From the property line, from the right of way. Those are all things that need to be submitted on the plan. You'd rather they put it on the plan for us to see.
Mhm.
Versus you spending the money on full construction plans and then he says it's too.
Put it on a survey first.
It says
Survey first.
63 feet from the property line to the front step, so if it's 50, it's not
Yeah,
make it.
so you probably got it, maybe depending on how wide it turns.
Well, I mean, the front steps are there yet,
Yeah,
so it might not make it, because it's 8 foot, it's 8 feet.
or you have to apply for a variance on.
Yeah, they'd have to get a variance for that.
What's it trick?
8 foot on the interior size, plus 3 foot out.
Hey. It's this.
Be gross.
Matter, they're a little closer to the building. But there's the 3 foot, looks like a 3 foot gap here.
Yeah.
If you just move it a little closer, that may or may not save you
The architect will take a look at it.
11 feet off the from the building.
Else before we open public comment, questions or concerns before we move on, we've addressed a few things. Anything else that's in?
No, I mean,
Well,
make a motion
think of, yeah,
to open the public hearing.
for a second.
I'll second.
Okay. Public hearing open. Anyone here to comment on special use permit? Anything in the?
I did not receive any emails or inquiries for this.
And no one's knocking down our virtual door with comments.
That's all, but
We safe to just close it or leave it open for somebody to tell?
Until you get the full plan.
Okay, it's true. It's
You
true.
don't have to make anything to look at it, you can see what the
Changes.
proposal was in the back.
Okay. That's a good point. Okay, we'll leave it open. Do we need to vote to leave it open or can we just leave it open? You can just leave it open. Okay, let me just cover for the purpose of secret, this is a type 2 action. Good. All right, you've got feedback, we're gonna leave the public comment period open. Basically, what happens with a special use permit, the public has a chance to come up and say, yeah, I do like this, I don't like this, speak in favor, whatever it may be, raise their gripes. No one did, congratulations, but you have good feedback from here. So this feedback that we're giving you is trying to save you time and money with construction plans for those. So bring that back to us, we can comment on it. Public will have a chance to comment based on what you submit before that meeting.
So, do I, if I bring back before the next meeting, or what do I do?
Yep. Just like you submitted these.
Yeah.
You'll submit a revised version of this. Stop, you're looking at me like
I'm just trying to follow what's going on.
okay, you'll submit a revised version of this with everything that we're asking, which on my list is. Modified plan for drainage, we want to see the drainage plan. Plantings plan. The ramp details. The setbacks need to be called out on that plan. Anything else?
So, specific planting. label.
Specific planting labels.
So those are the details that you wanted to revise the drawings and submit 2 weeks before you meet again. So this will continue, this will be tabled to the next meeting once this details have been.
No, wait there.
That way, then.
So it all comes up.
Correct.
No, wait there. Yeah. I need it.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your chairman. So we'll move up, you could have.
Yeah.
Wanna move up. Next.
The drive.
Driveway.
You want to move the driveway up? Come on, I'm enjoying it. Oh, the kids are all growing up.
Yeah.
All right. Passes. Do you mind holding off? Okay. Thank you. And then have a cool week. You guys mind holding off? Thank you. To look around for the person that looks up to me. Okay, all right, Joe.
Thank you, guys, I appreciate that.
What's the little man's name?
Jojo, the third, Joseph the third.
Wow. A lot of pressure on him.
First meeting.
It is, yeah.
All right, so what is it you're doing? What have you done? How did we get here?
I added 24 inches wide into my driveway with blacktop. It was a muddy mess and it was either break it out and put down soil and then have the same thing happen again in the winter time, or add 24 inches of blacktop. So I added 24 inches of blacktop, not really knowing that you had to go through all this.
A little bit more than 24 inches.
Yeah, I drove by it today.
Yeah.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
think
the
it's 4
same.
feet. I mean, the existing driveway also was, cut and broke up from the guys putting the asphalt in, so.
I stopped in and took a picture today. It's the width of the double doors. Don't look like
I
that small.
wouldn't say
double
that
doors,
it's
so
the width of the double.
probably
door.
5 feet wide, I'm guessing.
You're welcome to go put a tape measure on it, but I don't think
I was
it's.
gonna measure it.
It was on the plan for the survey 5 foot.
What, the existing driveway is 5 foot or
It is the extension.
Yes, it's 5 feet by 30 feet
Yeah.
is what they have here.
5 foot, it wasn't a. Taking member and
Yeah.
all that, the blacktop guy put down binder to extend the driveway.
So they didn't know, I got a complaint. Regarding it. They came in with a survey. Plan, driveway modifications, application. Crunch the numbers. And the frontage is 2352. 25% allowed for driveways, that would be 588. Proposed from what he has now is 672, and he's over by 84 square foot,
Okay.
so.
Do we know what the driveway is today before?
Well, he already did the work.
No, I know before.
What it should have been today.
I didn't have down the 30. 21 by 32,
21 by 32.
so that is,
Math is hard.
That's what you,
Yeah.
that's what it is now.
But that's what it is now. Yeah, yeah. I was just wondering what the
Right.
existing was
Is it a-
prior to him.
Is this this survey is accurate, we should be able to figure it out. Scale is.
It's gonna have diagonal. Now I gotta go back to the geometry class.
what is it, Chris?
Sorry.
Could you calculate that?
Well, that's the 672, which is what you have. I was curious before he did the work,
Right,
what was the size of the driveway?
21 by 32.
That's 672.
That is-
So, which is,
Yeah, 32.
yeah,
So it'll be 26.
I'm-
Times 32. If he added 5 foot extension.
so maybe I could be confused because in what you did. It says proposed 672
That's all together, the whole driveway foot.
plus the extension, which is 21 by 32. Oh, 21 by 32,
That was the original.
according to Steve Jobs, is 672.
Yeah, that was the original driveway, 20 by 32. We added the extra 5 by 32.
So actually, it's going to 26.
So it would figure that.
So he's,
Over to
My
begin-
point is, this is just saying he was over to begin with before he even did it.
Oh. Is that what it meant, Mike? It was over original.
before he even started.
When he built the house, correctly, facing driveway.
Feeling less and less good about this. All right, you're in this business, you in the paving business?
No.
You have heavy equipment?
I have an excavator, but it's not for. Paving or any business. Yeah, well, it's for an electrical business, but not for like, we don't do paving. Concrete or landscaping.
Well, what are the options? Variance.
Or cut some off of it,
I don't know.
but it was already too big. So
So, pre-existing.
we have to get variance to go bigger. It's a pre-existing condition. But I don't know how I feel about the fact that it's
Pre-existing.
no longer pre-existing.
I mean. Pre-existing, conforming.
They change the
sounds
curb cut, or is it just a curb cut for the
Doesn't
ground?
doesn't appear.
Or is it flat?
There's no curve there.
It's just flat.
Yeah, I don't believe there's a curve there.
Thank you. So it's flat.
Well, as of right now, you definitely go for a variance or anything. I'm not in favor of referring this for a positive recommendation.
It's just putting out my feelings.
We can refer with no comment.
You good with
Yeah, I'm good with that.
no comment?
What does that mean?
No
So he gets to
recommendation.
go to the planning board, he can state,
Zoning board.
or the zoning board, yeah, he can state his condition and see what they say. You should really measure it. Well, so you know the exact square footage it is now. And if you can figure out what the old was, I think if this survey is accurate, you'll be able to tell them what you had, because it's, we can't approve it because.
It
It's
doesn't.
greater, that doesn't conform, so we have to go to the zoning board. But. I think because if it was non-conforming before you started, that's a benefit to you to work with them on it.
You measure it, and if it's changed, what's on the plans, just let me know. Still over.
So I gotta go to another meeting with someone else to.
Different board.
That work.
Oh, jeez.
So the option is either to revert it back to what it was originally. Or to maintain what you have, you would need to go through the motions to have a variance approved. So he needs to evaluate which way he wants to do.
Right
And if
now,
I were to put pavers down, is there any reason I can't, it's the same even though it's not permanent?
It's just the.
Where can I,
The width of it.
if I were to put pavers down, which is not considered a permanent thing. It technically is, but I'm pretty sure like there's some type of literature that I can get by with pavers, cause I'll rip the blacktop out, put pavers down, get the same results. And then don't have to sit here, don't have to go to the next place.
Yeah.
the would still need to come.
And where can I read the literature that actually says that? You guys don't. With that,
You can look at the code, look at the village code.
and are you guys basing any decisions off of that code?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't conform with the code. So we can't.
Yeah, we literally can't say yes to it because it's outside of code.
You're right.
So doing anything,
It's just the driveway is not like an abnormally extra large driveway, you know, there's, if you roll down. the house,
It's 25%, it's over the code. Just go to the zoning board and get it.
when did you do that?
Just after winter, like when everything was out wet and soupy and there was mud in there and I added in.
Yep.
Don't worry about that. Almost.
No, but my point is
There we go.
that picture's not current, that's Google Earth, right? So my point is
I
that.
think Google Earth just into our neighborhood, because I was there today and that's exactly it.
Yeah,
That's fresh.
What Google went through in July, these are all July.
It just went around.
So
Usually
unfortunately,
you
you
can
can't
find the
see any.
copyright somewhere.
Right. Well, can you go back?
Somewhere.
So yeah, so it's in your hands. You can tear it up and do something else with it, review the code and find another solution. Or go to the ZBA, and I think you were given some good ammunition here, use some of that with the ZBA.
Blows my theory, but my theory was,
I'll send the
and
Lord
I
up.
thought this was like 2 years ago.
Not everybody.
That's why. It's over.
You know,
Thank you.
thanks.
Probably good for. Just needs to do it.
That's a problem for them to reiterate the code.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should just go to the. Yes. Go.
Francis?
Hi.
So we are basically proposing another set of letters for above the service entrance. So that people know it's that side is entrance, not the other side. That's for directional lighting. Right now, we're proposing it to be face formulated flush mounted channel letters, so all the wiring would be behind the wall. And the letters and the arrows would illuminate. But we also could do an option where it's not illuminated and have an uplight like the other signage on the building.
Say, could we do a little mix? No.
So the question I had, I guess I'm here at this fabricated install set of 10-inch IMD face illuminated channel letters. What do you mean by that?
That the face illuminate instead of
Maybe
the
on the letter itself, the lighting?
inside of the letter.
Yeah, we can't, that's what you're talking about. We can't do exterior illuminated letters. They're not allowed in the phone.
We have an option where it would look pretty much the same, but it would just be having an uplight. I think other signs on that building on the other side has an uplight. So it pretty much look the same size and copy. It would just have an uplight and it would be like a lot thinner of a material, just a
What
plastic.
does the light look like? Is it, do you have an option?
I have one. It's just like a stock light, but it would match the other uplighting that they have on the building. It would just go right below the service letters.
So is it a,
It would just be like, that's like a standard one that we have in our drawing set, but it would just be kind of similar to like a
and they have
bar
that
lighting that
now?
I have existing.
Where do they have it?
I think it's right on the bump out where the Jeep and Chrysler letters
They
are.
have what there now?
They have uplight, they have like a light that shines on top of the letters. Onto the building.
So it's on top, not below.
Yeah, so it's just lighting the building where the letters are.
I think I remember this from a while ago.
It's just hard to tell this at the bottom instead of the top.
Like I can't remember. Find it.
Must be, if it shines upward, it doesn't have to violate the zero,
Yeah,
the dark sky.
I hope not.
This is the packet from the original signage that was approved, 2013,
Wow.
2014 ultimately. But it doesn't show the lighting per se.
Yeah, it's finding it. So non-illuminated.
You're looking at this sign with this light here.
Amended sign says here's your
I
response.
just see it on Google's part.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, so there's.
Look up the corner, here's an image of what it looks like currently. Let you pass it around, the lights. Google.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they have a plus, right?
That way,
It's the color.
yeah, I'm curious as that would.
So are they going from the colors they had to red and black?
Yeah, I had a question. They were,
Yeah.
the black and the white.
The-
But I don't get the, and I get the white because it's in the black,
Yeah,
it's in the strip. I don't get the red though.
cause they had like a nice muted, dark green or whatever it was. What does that light look like, John?
Yeah, so it's sort of looks like an upside down desk lamp, I guess, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty confident that would not do the dark sky at all.
Usually, we usually ask from the top down. I'm not sure why they did it reverse. It doesn't say it in this packet though.
Where the lights were before, that's why.
Oh, that's why, yeah. They must have used the same.
Wiring.
You have to look and see what we said in our resolution, but there's one, you know.
I didn't print it out, it's the instrument.
You're saying that white is going to go, sorry, is going to go below the word service? Or
Yeah,
We were gonna have it to match the existing, we just didn't have a picture of what it was exactly, because we didn't do it originally, but, if we can need to change it to the top, we can change it to the top too.
I think it probably should be at the top now. with it all.
And this is exactly where you're coming. That was the right chance to propose, right? Time to do it.
Yeah, that's
Change that. Yes. But the color difference, what color is that? The existing one?
Right. We're just saying that.
What is, what color is the one they have now?
Of their existing signs,
And the light under it?
so
Romano's black, Jeep is
I think
green,
Nike Chrome.
and Chrysler's black with the Chrysler logo.
But what's being proposed is to put right now, that's just the stripe that's there. There's no
Yeah,
signage
nothing
above the
there. Yeah,
entrance.
yeah.
What's being proposed right now is Jeep, Chrysler Jeep over that with the word service.
Yeah.
And there,
And the lights, up or down,
Yeah, whatever, wherever.
to be
yeah,
determined.
Yeah.
And right now on the front, it says Chrysler Jeep,
Yes.
and we're trying to add
Doesn't just
Chrysler
say
Jeep to the word service.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say,
We can always.
Well, I was gonna
replace
ask if they
it.
fixed Toyota or anything else, they
Wanted it.
somewhere else, but I'm assuming. that's
Well,
everything.
actually, that's an argument for why you want to only say service. If they do fix it.
Yeah,
Right, to say service, yes, but they do fix other things.
I mean, it's kind of like the signage we have in the parking lots. If it's a informational signage or directional, we don't allow the name of the facility on it.
Right.
Just because of, this counts as your signage and.
I'll say, how many
It
signs
is
do they have?
advertised.
So I feel like they,
bigger the letters
yeah, how many
So
can
which
they?
one?
And if-
So the proposed letter?
for
The
service.
math isn't.
10, it says 10.
Showing like.
So my 2 cents are, I think labeling that service, I don't think that, I think that's fine. I don't think Chrysler Jeep, and I think the arrows are unnecessary. It's just, I mean, it's right over the
There's
door,
only one door.
you know, I don't think you need the arrows.
I think service would be considered
But they're
directional.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree.
So Mike, is the length of the street frontage, did somebody calculate how much signage they have now and how much this would be?
No,
Cause that needs to be done. This is not filled out here.
right.
So we knew that too.
Which one?
Because the requirement, if there's this question here that someone filled out, which was 190 feet of frontage. I don't know if that's the whole building on that side.
It's
Is that
the
what
whole
it
house
is?
on that side, yeah.
So the side length cannot be more than 75% of the building's frontage. Or maximum 25 feet. So somebody has to figure out what the other side
Existing
is.
frontage.
Does that include directional signage?
Wow.
If it's on a building, though, I think it's on a facade, it would, wouldn't it?
No, directional typically doesn't.
It's set by the planning board,
Okay.
directional sign. So if they drop the Chrysler, then the service
Arrow,
would just
Yeah.
be considered directional, and then you get approved that
right,
without the calculation.
okay.
You look at the word amount of size of them. Probably not far from.
No, they're pretty big, and there's 3 right there, so.
Probably are having 5 or 8, but
Yeah. I get the word service, but.
Yeah, so I
the rest
guess
of these-
that's what we can do then if they
Yeah.
drop that.
Oh, we can service as it is.
are
Well-
are they submitting that? Because that's not what they asked for.
Right, would have to be revised application.
We could revise the application, with them, but this is what's being approved, excluding that, but she's gotten. If she has permission to modify that.
Have you been given leeway to modify?
I would have to double check. My one question would be if they wanted to put the arrows just to know that it's an entrance on that side rather than the other side. The other side is open to, that's how you pull out. Is that an option to add?
That does. The arrows would even help you with that though.
Nobody even knows to drive in
She
through
drive
that
one
way.
side.
Like if you drove on the other side.
That's
you
what
know,
they,
yeah.
I'm just saying what their argument was. I just wanna know so I can let them know what they would wanna go forward with.
So are there signs or sign on the other door? You mean?
I'm not sure 100%. I have to check.
It says do not
I
enter.
mean, I
bring
bring
the service parking lot, no one would ever drive around.
Yeah, I bring, this is where I bring my car.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
they like would do.
Was there ever a question as to
I've
where you go
never-
for service?
Oh, but I am gonna do it next time.
You
You drive
go
back.
go to the Starbucks lot and like,
But insurance would make more sense than arrows, cause like, you know. But I mean, there's a big hole.
I mean, keep in mind, you can't
So-
even get to the back without going down past our, you know. The dealership is on East Genesee Street.
No, I mean, I get why people might, you know, if you, depending on which way you come from, is kind of if you're. It's harder to make that left turn across traffic than it is to go down, make the turn at the light, then
Mhm.
come around through the back.
But if you
I
do that, you have to really be familiar with this dealership.
Yes.
You already know that this is the front.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
well, Let them know the feedback you got. I think you get a lot of good
Yeah,
feedback.
we just proposed what they are looking for.
The
obviously.
alternative,
Okay.
So if we just do the service and then a light on top. Or would a light not be allowed?
well, as long as it complies with
Yeah.
dark sky, I wasn't.
Well, as it's pointing down, do one, not two.
Okay.
But if they're gonna try to do the Chrysler Jeep, you gotta have the math for the whole building.
Okay,
And arrows. Yay or nay?
I know arrows.
I just think it's unnecessary. There's a big hole.
Yeah.
There's a giant hole. in
And I
the-
think making them red is gonna ruin their facade compared to
I would
the
agree.
tasteful signs.
Yep.
Yeah. That are the brands, yeah.
Arrows are unnecessary.
Right.
Okay. You can see back and good?
I'll
Thank you.
know and then I'll resend them.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Well.
Hello.
Hello.
Should mention some form of detail on the light that's going to be there. When she follows up, or if you could reach out and say, when she comes back, also some form of detail on that light.
And she can put it in the packet. Okay.
It was important feedback.
For verification,
This is where.
if it is
Well,
a
okay,
direct
was-
side
yeah.
and they do decide they are going to change their, and just have service only. Does it still require approval, service, directional signage? Okay, I just wondered if they just reduced it, did they need to return at all? Okay.
For the word service, yeah, it's so. Right, we send them.
You're
The money.
putting it just a service now with everything with the uplet or downlet.
No,
Right now, we did nothing.
If that's what they
Exactly.
want, but she has to go back and ask, cause she doesn't.
Sorry, so you wanted to come back either way. Okay.
Yes.
I got the feeling they didn't care about the new Jeep Chrysler signage, only because they didn't care to do the math. So it must not have been critical. They didn't even bother. Right. Okay,
We'll find out.
hi,
Hi,
excited to hear your planning.
my name's Alyssa. Nice to meet you. This is Alvaro, my architect, and this is Rick, my project manager.
Hi.
Basically, we just want to do a cafe bagel shop where that old retail store was. And we want to redo the front because it's, as is, we don't really like the way it looks and it's, a little falling apart a little bit. So we just want to redo the whole thing and make it look nice and, yeah, I just if you have any questions.
So it looks like you're making changes to the whole building. You own the building?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We do. It's a family affair. So it's my uncle's building. My father and I are opening the business. So he signed the application as you'll see as well.
Okay, and will the other tenants stay there?
Yes, we plan on it. I plan on actually speaking to her soon about the details of everything, but I have spoken with her already and, you know, she's aware that we want to change the front and everything.
Okay. It's the concept of the shop, is it, so you'll sell bagels, will it be something like a Water Street bagel where you order
So-
things?
Yes, it's kind of a combination of things. We're kind of combining what my dad wanted and what I wanted. It's pretty much a one-stop shop. You're gonna get artisan coffee, you're gonna get fresh pastries, and you're gonna get fresh bagels. So it's kind of like you can go one place for all three, you know?
Bagels or bagel sandwiches, sorry.
Yeah,
Both. We're just making the bagels fresh there, so sandwiches, cream cheese, you know, we haven't curated a menu, but that's what we're planning to do.
okay, good.
Off the bat, I'm psyched to see the amount of detail that was submitted. That's not having to fight for it, so thank you.
Oh, for the detail,
Yeah.
the layout, that's a preliminary. We're going through the code review.
So can you describe a little bit about the architecture and the look of the coffee shop and what the inspiration was and how it connected to our village?
It was, you know, a lot of looking for inspiration online, obviously, and taking pieces of other spaces that we like from around. And Just something very classic, not flashy, something that will blend in with the town as is, but also it's gonna draw you in. It's not just a plain building, you know, we have the awning is unique. It's gonna have the wood detailing under the awning. We have the wood details on the windows and the doors, so just something very classic that can, and timeless is kind of what I was looking for too.
So are you changing the roof line or you're just, how are you doing it?
So it's actually a facade right now. That barn,
It goes up?
it just goes up. So the actual shape of the building is just square, rectangle.
With a
It's
flat roof?
with a flat roof.
There's a
yeah.
flat roof with the parapet, right? Yeah, it used to be apartment, and you can see in the back. And maybe in the '70s, just look at the way how it looks, maybe in the '70s, they put this ponte stuff that looks kind of.
Oh, yeah.
And
And
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, and
See the shadow.
the whole idea, if you see the building to the right and the building to the left, you're gonna see cornices.
Okay.
Traditional cornices, which is kind of the feature that I used to have back in the day.
Yeah.
Which is a horizontal molding. And that's the whole idea, to have the parapet and then go back to the original, which is remove, chop it out to the parapet and put that cornice back. In a more contemporary look, but the same concept.
What's the face material of the
The
building?
face material is gonna be ephes, and it's gonna have stucco, I believe, right? Rick, stucco?
It'll be all done in ephes, yeah.
Yeah, ephes. Yeah, so it's gonna be all ephes.
Some of the projects we've had prior to this, we have had asked to have below the EPA something that's more weather friendly because we have had a lot of. When there's a lot of snow or wet or salt, we've had damage at the base. So maybe looking at the adjacent buildings, if you think it's like a brick facade or whatever you.
Like a wainscot on the top.
Something so that you don't have the EPIS being deteriorated by the snow and the salt, because it does. So we typically, if you look around, most of the buildings have added something like that or some.
Were you talking about, limestone underneath?
It could be limestone.
Well, yes, actually, there's, I actually got you guys really big drawings. I don't know if any of you have that folded up over here.
Oh, I think I got still over my desk, I'm sorry.
Yeah, cause those little ones I got for the Historic Preservation Committee, but I have
No,
a,
no, these are the all separate the ones that you had for them.
okay, there were I had 8 of those big rolls though. Those actually were the packets I put together for,
I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. As long as I got one big one to see.
So the way how it is the sidewalk, and then you have the property line. The overhang goes all the way to the property line, and the idea is the projection right behind the property line is right now just the concrete. It was to replace that, make it at the same level as you have the sidewalk and change it for flagstone,
Yeah,
you know?
limestone. material.
Limestone, yeah, where it gives some character of the entrance, it gives some atmosphere there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's,
for the meeting and I failed to grab it because of the other meeting before this.
you guys have room for it.
So you're gonna see the flagstone there below.
You could see a larger copy of that.
Yeah, and you'll see like in the car wash at the corner, they did use a limestone, which is it's a facing stone, it's not a. But it's real. And
Yes, but she's doing.
Yeah, we
It's
were
limestone.
looking to get genuine limestone underneath.
On the ground, but I'm also talking like, it's your paving area on the face of the building. Like a wainscoting or
Yeah,
a lower level of
Okay.
essentially limestone or whatever material you want to use, brick, limestone, but. That way the snow and ice and salt doesn't.
Oh, I
deteriorate.
see,
Yeah, it's
like
when
where
you-
it's
the
touching at
EPIS
the bottom.
Pump to the ground in our climate, like it looks great in dry, warm places, but here, it'll just start eroding and getting thicker and then peel off.
Okay, that's definitely something
Yeah,
that
so you would have something along the
we'll
base
look
that will
into.
see weather hardy.
Okay,
And some fits the area, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the other comment I was on the technical aspect, it's gonna be anti-slippery, so it's gonna be for exterior, designed for exterior. But also complying with the ADA with the slope and the whole thing. So we're not gonna put that one on top of the existing. It's gonna come back and you're gonna depress that to come flat. And put that one so it gives you some character. So more like not very big, so it doesn't, if you go in a wheelchair, it's not gonna get stuck or anything like that. We're gonna get that type of one there.
So you plan on having seating outside on the sidewalk?
So just a couple of booths. So we know that there's not enough space for an actual table. But the way it's set up is if you see we have that bifold window, so the window opens up and then you can sit on either side of the counter, inside or outside. But nothing will go past the property line. So those booths will be right tucked up straight against the building or the stool, excuse me.
Those are two.
And roughly, how much space is between the property line and I guess the curb,
Like the curb. Okay,
the street?
a good amount. If you're talking straight from,
Sidewalk.
Oh, it's a big-
So this side sidewalk.
it's a lot.
So at least maybe.
And then you also have
I have this dimension there.
Pervious section in front.
There's sidewalk and then there's also some, what would you,
Here.
asphalt, yeah.
Yeah, and then 2.7.
Do you check the scale, graphic scales about, I always have about 5 feet to the curve. 2.6, and then maybe you have another 3 foot.
The sidewalk is 5 feet wide.
It's 5 feet wide, so then you have 7.
Seven
and a
we
half,
have also
yeah.
asphalt, so you got probably like 10 feet.
You can play hockey in
Sitting up.
Yeah, this
That's
photo,
it.
you can really see
There's
the
no
sidewalk here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Existing.
obviously it's a main thoroughfare, so we
Yeah.
want, strollers and dogs and bikes and kids.
Very busy area.
Yeah, and we wanted to do the whole door open table outside, but we went with this route to make it accessible still. And just, take up as least amount of our space as possible.
But you're removing those planters in front on the.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, everything's
So that's-
changing.
12 inches maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not totally.
It certainly won't affect the sidewalk or the ADA or anything that what they wanna do. But
It's just
yeah,
like
those will all be removed and then it'll give enough.
Yeah.
No, what I was saying is to move
Off
them.
the face of the building to
That's
the
where the
property
tools
line,
might
so
be.
that.
Yeah,
Not encroach.
exactly.
Or does
Far
the
enough.
existing
Yeah.
roof line go to the property line now?
It goes to the property line. I mentioned
Yeah,
right there where the property
okay,
line is.
so when the window goes up, it'll be like that awning kind of. If you're having the fold up window.
So yeah, there's a picture of it in
Yeah.
somewhere in the packets,
Right here.
but it'll fold up and then. Yeah, and then
It'll stick out a little bit like that awning.
yes,
On the-
it won't even go as far as the awning.
Yeah, the awning is farther, farther.
Yeah, cause you have.
It's like a 2.6 if I have a good memory.
You don't know the name of it yet, or you?
No, that's why I didn't do like a sign permit or anything because we can't agree yet, but we have ideas, you know?
There'll be discussions over these.
Yeah,
last
it's-
years.
Give it a couple more.
Big generational differences too, so we have different ideas, but we're gonna come up with something.
So is this like bench seating or is this a
Yeah, it would be bench seating and also
big
all,
bench that goes,
yeah.
sort of like that little outdoor-
Exactly, and
bench.
tables that are movable as well, and that's also all subject to change, like it says on the big print, it's not for construction, we just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what the layout might look like inside, but we're still going through equipment and everything, so we have to do everything exact once we get the size of the equipment and whatnot, so that's just an idea.
So I see for the front, you have, looks like lights hanging down. Is that the lights that were over here?
There's
Yep,
two types.
The gooseneck lights, and we also have, or the pendant lights you're talking about, yeah.
On the-
I see the ones that are off of the building, the goosenecks, but what is the?
And there's another pen.
Or those right there, yeah.
That's right, the pendant lights that sort of come down. These are fine to be outdoors?
It's in a covered outdoor area, so the awning will be protecting. them.
And the exterior, it's gonna be exterior grade, so.
Okay, that's all, yeah.
Yeah, exterior grade, yeah.
Like, it's fine if they're, if it's covered, but when and stuff.
No, I understand.
Wherever it
But it,
goes.
yeah, it is,
Like, so it doesn't rust within 5 seconds. In terms of the window though, the question I have is, when it's extended, it seems like it's gonna be sticking out slightly into the walk area. What's the height on?
No, not really, because you have a partitions, so it's like a two different partitions in one fix. So when you fold it, it's only half of that between the parapet to the 7 foot high, which is the header. So it's not gonna be that big when it projected.
Yeah, I'm just
I don't know
wondering.
the details, but I would say it's maybe about a foot, maybe half of the awning or less than that.
Yeah,
When you
so
project.
when I'm looking at it like here, it sticks out in front of the building slightly.
Yeah.
What's the height on, you
And
know?
that's fully open.
When it's
Yeah.
open from the ground to the fold, right at the hinge.
So like,
It's at least 7 feet there when it goes up.
I think it's
You say they're the same windows as the ones across the street?
similar, yeah, I don't know if they're the exact same ones, but
They buy that.
I mean, this picture is the same.
Yeah. It's a graphic representation. Now, if you wanna know the swing, I would say
Has to be at least.
Half of this.
High, but just gives you perspective.
you have-
yeah.
That you're really. At least we're not.
So
This
that's
is 9 foot
fitting
4.
within this. Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 foot 5, so you're 2 foot 5, it's about. It's half of that.
Okay.
So,
I mean, as long as it's
height of the
clearing
door,
what the height of the door is, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just worried, you know, the same thing I had
Somebody
before.
walked into it.
Yeah, somebody
in a
just happened to
fight.
be walking by, not paying attention, they're talking to, you know, walking their dog or whatever, and, you know, they just happen to be slightly tall.
Nobody's
How did it
looking
make
at
sound?
their phone when they're walking down the
Slightly
sidewalk.
tough, somebody on a scooter
Yeah.
I don't scoot on the sidewalk.
Just someone.
who really wants to be.
See,
Their kids dragging behind them.
With scootering on the sidewalk, I'm really tall.
Yeah,
So I really.
and remember, it's gonna be one time, it's gonna be early when they
Remember,
open,
there's-
one time, and then whatever.
and there's.
Remember that there's a counter there
Seating
underneath there,
anyway,
so
you can't
people really
walk.
wouldn't be able to walk.
Oh, I'm sorry, I see a 40-inch counter.
Yeah, so
yeah, so.
You have the
we can't
countertop.
walk.
Actually,
It's not-
that answers the.
Yeah,
that
it's
It's not coming all the way, so if you imagine 7 foot high, then I'm here 36 is standard height, so that's just.
Yeah, but no, his answer actually answers it better, that if there's a counter that extends out anyway, you wouldn't. It wouldn't be
be
within
able to.
clearance because it would be within your field of vision anyway.
Right.
Because you wouldn't walk into the middle of it's like walking into the building.
Mhm.
I'm sure on your cell phone.
Well, even if you're on your cell phone, it's down, it's in your field of view.
Break a hip and bust your head.
So, I see a counter on this side, but there's bifolds only on one side? No,
Yeah,
because
that's-
this is the other door.
Yeah, so we're keeping the windows as identical as possible without doing the function on both sides. So the other one will be a fixed window.
Cause that was gonna be one of my questions too, if you do a water table or wainscoting, as they call it, for the bottom of the building. How would you resolve the window difference, because you have a line?
No, it's the same design, the only thing is the functionality is different.
Right, but I'm saying like, I'll draw on it.
Or if you put a wainscot
If
at the
there was
bottom,
like a water table or wainscot, whatever we wanna refer to it as across. I guess you could do some kind of detail. You'd have this one, it's hard to see.
I would say you get,
You'd have to put a detail underneath that.
Yeah.
counter.
Yeah, I think that if we do end up doing what you suggested, we would
Well-
visually make it
Yeah.
seamless.
you have to do it all the way, otherwise it's gonna look kind of funky.
Yeah, yeah, so you could pull the window down, I guess, and, or either way, or put the other
Yeah.
window up.
Mhm.
It's not that much.
I have one more question, as it relates to these sort of brown. Squares here, are these support posts to continue to hold up the roof?
It's our corbels.
So you're getting rid of the barn shape, but you're keeping the little.
No, we're gonna replace
If
it.
we can, we're gonna look at that. If structurally, if we don't like it structurally, then we'll change it. But if we do keep those, we will wrap them, so it'll have a nice look. It's not gonna be that, we'll wrap that, that support with something that is similar to the trim on the windows and doors and stuff like that. So it's all gonna be uniform.
We always tell everyone here, like, if you look at our guidelines, Fayetteville was arts and crafts, craftsmen.
No, I understand.
So it's easy to use those.
Yeah, absolutely.
As-
You wrap them with
as
that,
detailed.
Yeah, we saw some online, some beautiful corbel sites.
Yeah. Yeah.
something that we're looking into that, but definitely for the support, we're gonna have some
Yeah.
support, some market.
So to get the final answer, because it. So you may keep the roof or you may rebuild, sorry, I don't know what we call this little
We're
detail?
gonna remove the facade, we're gonna
No,
remove the whole
not
facade.
the big barn, but.
The awning?
Awning.
The
So-
awning will be the same dimensions in terms of how far it goes out.
Mhm.
But
Won't be
as
that-
for the shape of it, it'll be more of a, as you can see on the drawing, it's more of, it's not.
It's rectilinear.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be more like more like a square box.
Yeah.
Instead of a shed roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then-
Which is more in keeping with those buildings that are side by side with it, depending on how they detail it, but it could make it feel like it was seamless with those two other buildings.
Yeah,
It'd be
because
like-
right now, in my opinion, it kind of sticks out.
Oh, the barn, so, thank you.
Yeah.
From this to this.
Yeah, the design level, we're gonna detail out those type of things more.
Yeah, because the one to the right, has a nice storefront, that building, this one is.
See the cornice on top?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That they each have, you go to the other side.
They have cornices on the other side
You
too.
can carry right across. Bring it back to somewhat, it was probably 2-story, I'm sure, in its day, right? But or higher.
I have a feeling that the cornice used to be there, but they removed it when they did that,
Barn shape.
the barn shape. I don't know where that.
Yeah, I don't know either. The something is cheap.
Yeah.
Something cheap.
I mean, I check all over the block and I didn't see anything that reminiscence of that type of design.
The only, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but. It's good to see a change.
We do have public comment on this, so, or you open it any other.
So would this go to it's a historical area?
Mhm.
Would it go to them for approval before us or?
Or
After?
you can make your approval contingent on theirs, they are doing it Wednesday. For just the exterior aesthetics.
So we should probably just give them some comments,
Yeah.
our comments, and help them
Indeed.
make those decisions,
I think do the same on the public comment, don't, since there's many change.
right?
Because we're going to open public comment in just a little bit, we'll leave it open since there's going to be changes. Revisions likely from them, well.
Yeah, we know.
Maybe
we're
we're
gonna-
not or anything.
It just sounds like they're gonna refine it though. So what's going to the meeting, this exactly or something else they've done?
No, the what they're submitting to you is what has also been given to the historic commission. Who will have their meeting Wednesday.
Okay. It's not in the historic district, it's in the overlay district. That
Well-
parcel is bind in with 100 building, so it kinda is, but it really ain't.
That's what I was going to say, the building itself, technically, but once they combined the parcels. Now that it's associated with 100 limestone. It falls now into the overlay, that's how this came about, so just so you know, it's historic, but it's not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll open it. First, in terms of secret, this is a type 2 action. And then make a motion to open the public comment.
Second.
All right, it's open. Did we get anything in?
I did not receive anything in the office. Any comments?
Storming down the door online.
Another FYI, I guess they're not looking to do the facade immediately. They're looking to do that this spring. Contingent on some grant money, I guess. So. Use of the building.
It's still open it though?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
functional now.
Yeah,
Not like they have to remodel the front to be
Right.
open, but it's. Lighten.
What would the plan be if you didn't get the grant money for the storefront?
Same, yeah,
Same.
spend more money.
Spend more money on the same thing.
It's painful to say that out.
Architects love to redraw things.
We're hopeful though.
Yeah, we still have a lot, plenty of work to do in the inside. From the design point of view.
By the time they do the remodel inside,
so no. Yeah,
we'll be close to spring in the winter.
Is this going to have its own separate grease trap and all of that? Nothing connected to the other building?
We're actually not sure, if,
Counting will let you know.
yeah,
For
we are not even sure if we'll need one, just cause it's not the same kind of cooking. It's it's, doesn't really involve that level of grease, so I don't know, whatever, we talked about maybe just putting, you mentioned putting one.
Yeah, I mean, they have basically portable grease traps that you can use now.
County will schedule that.
And then the other option is,
County,
you know,
if
we have to look and see if we could possibly tie into an existing grease trap there, if that's allowed or not through the county. That's what we have to find out. If that's allowed, because obviously Alcoa always has a grease trap, we'd have to see how long the run is and see if it would be cost effective or not, or go the alternate route and just use they call it portable grease trap or, you know. So there's options there. Really, for that type of business, we want to try to avoid the cost of a grease trap. It really good. It's just it's expensive, so and not totally necessary for that.
What type of bagels are they gonna be?
Well, I don't know yet.
You can.
We're actually gonna, yeah, we're taking a request. We're going to take a class actually in New York City. So learn it the real authentic way. I plan on having seasonal bagels, so like changing every month. So like, for example, we would probably have a pumpkin one right now. You know, maybe a pink one in February for Valentine's Day.
Since you.
No, not, that's not okay.
The stools in front hold about 220.
Wait, so I have a couple more, I'm sorry, trash situation, where's your trash?
So actually I spoke with, I don't know. Karen, right? I spoke with Karen about it and I talked to my dad. We have 2 dumpsters outside. We have a recycling one and a trash one. And if necessary, we can use the same ones and then just increase the amount that we're scheduling.
You're saying you
Pickup.
have 2, we're 2
They're
big.
behind.
It's behind in the parking lot, that's shared right now
Okay.
with those buildings.
Are you going to do something with the door that leads to nowhere in the back of the building?
I mean, if we're super busy, we would love to, but that's like a project for maybe a couple years into business, but yeah, we would love to make use of that useless.
Is the door on the second floor that doesn't have any stairs? It's not there.
Yeah, it has bars in front of it right now, so.
This in the back,
In the back.
see it in the back. side.
What's the,
This building.
Really?
Yeah.
there's a barn door up
Yeah.
on the other building.
Drive Pratt Road, or Pratt Street, whatever that is.
Yeah.
See the back of these.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a deck previously approved, how many years ago, Maura?
I
You see
not
that?
familiar with that.
Then they just never built it. With the stairs and I don't know what happened, but they were right.
Oh, yeah, there it is. So,
Yeah. I feel like the owner was supposed to be doing something for that, or the door had to be removed.
I think they both have doors like that. The one right next door has, did we get this one?
Well, there's more than just the one.
Yeah.
I wonder what.
Sell our doors.
Oh, the next building, yeah.
Yes, owner building.
Still seems.
Anything.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, take it out back, I guess I gotta go down the stairs.
For some comments sent in before. Yeah.
Well, public hearings.
Okay, so we're gonna
First
continue.
hearing, but what are we sending to the board?
I think,
Do you have any changes and modifications?
I think I would
Are you
recommend,
comfortable with what's being proposed? You're not.
yeah, I would make the same
Nothing- there's nothing
recommendations that I made, where I would say, based on our design guidelines, we do talk about the facades being, you don't see an ephes here because of the way the buildings were. But mainly because of the weather situation, so they should consider, the board should consider. What their thoughts are about the ephes structure fitting in between these 2 existing masonry buildings. And whether that be like a masonry water table or a wainscot, if you wanted to call it that, and in a brick or a stone or something that's recommended is hard surface in our design guidelines. You probably saw the design guidelines. It does outline some of that, and also just a nod to our craftsman style or, you know, canal era buildings. So I'm sure they're thinking that way anyway. But it seems like everything else feels like it's really been thought out, and head heights and windows and places to sit outside. I think it's a nice plan.
Trying to get her to sell caramel corn.
Hopefully, like the old days they did downtown.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, you get out the bus back in the day, and you have to go there.
Yeah.
It's just Attorney John in the
Everybody
second.
pay them.
Are there any other special requests?
Encourage you.
Any other?
Any other special requests on the menu?
Yeah, a lot of.
Oh, here we go.
Well, now they have a window where they can
Perhaps.
serve it right out the windows.
So Joanne, you were
All
just
right.
basically making sure it was noted, your suggestions for the wainscoting and craftsman style. That is not currently shown on here, it's something that
it is
the
true.
commission needs to be aware of.
Yeah, I would say it is shown as a traditional style building, but the material itself, this has come up before about the ethos material, which looks like a plaster or a.
Right.
Or,
No, just as far as,
yeah.
because obviously, this is something that's gonna be incorporated, it's not been reflected yet, so I
right,
just.
right, so I just want them to be aware that that's what the recommendation
I'm
was.
not sure in 48 hours if you'll be.
No, they
up
should
with
have,
a revised drawing.
No,
if
they
by
should-
chance you tend. Or
oh,
something
for
for the commission to look at and weigh in on, and also add to the conversation the next time. Otherwise, we'll have to kind of repeat.
The only thing is will be, so that one will be, the possibility will be, stone.
yeah, veneer.
Yeah. You have stone in the floor, I mean, from the architectural point of view, but it's gonna be a little more pricey now. I need to see the
It could be brick. too.
client. What they wanna do.
I wouldn't, you know, I mean, if they, like, I think the stone idea is a good idea. It's as much as we are gonna take, so you're gonna take away the cost of an ethos that you would have put there.
Yeah.
So that's
stone.
gonna, so.
I think the stone's gonna look beautiful there.
It's not gonna be huge. It depends on what material you use too, you know. that's-
And then we can put some type of capstone on top.
But I don't
Yeah, I
think we
mean,
wanna use like a.
The other
like a-
things, it just
composite,
having
yeah.
the face all the way to the ground isn't a great idea, and it won't
Mhm.
look nice. And that's, we want it to be,
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
talking about how nice you like
Okay,
it,
for it.
yeah, it'll be
Mhm.
flaked away and chips.
So in that detail, is that in your site, that detail, the height and all that stuff?
No, it just is, it basically is a report that talks
Yeah.
about the use of materials in this period of time when a lot of these buildings were built and what those materials are.
Yeah, we can
And
take a
we've
look.
had, other applicants even across the street come to us, very contemporary buildings, which are really nice, but they just don't, especially in your case, they don't fit in that line of buildings. They stand out and, our goal, at least as it is right now in our comprehensive plan, is to make it new and exciting, but keep in the style of this village's character.
So brick, stone,
Yeah, I mean,
Would look
it could be
depressing.
some kind of a wood, probably a base too, but it'd have to be a.
shouldn't be
wood
that
doesn't-
much cost.
Yeah,
What is it now, board and batten?
it's board and batten, yeah.
Yeah,
But you can see it even in the picture, it's.
yeah, you can see.
It's rough because we have to plow the snow on the street and all that. You need a durable material. That's probably why they have planters there, so you don't have to build it. But yeah, just for your consideration.
So,
Yeah. Go ahead, and ask it.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, go ahead.
You got it.
I was just gonna ask, you're recommending this and then we're meeting Wednesday with the other committee. What is the most efficient way I can do this without prolonging it? Just because of this one detail?
I think you take the information you get from them and we've heard from us, and they have to prepare a full site plan application for us to review. And the more complete it is, like you were saying, Scott, the easier it is for us to give you comments and make it happen as fast as we can.
This is a really good first package, so thank you.
So on what we gave you now, you're gonna make the comments you made, that's what you want addressed on this or you want every detail that, I mean, this is pretty detailed, I think it's pretty detailed, but do you need more specific detail than what's available to you right
We
now?
want the full plan so that we're not approving it with plus this, minus this. and all this.
what do you mean the floor plan?
No, are you
Whole
talking,
plans.
do you want interior plans too, or no?
So that'll go to for
That's
building.
gonna be for the building department.
Yeah. Yeah, ours is about, mainly about the facade and how you're treating the building and the site.
I mean, from my,
You don't need the floor plan.
Well, it's always included. like the basic, which you did kind
No,
of.
that's what we did. Now, what I was thinking is if they agree to the wainscot, I mean, can we just make a notation there? There's gonna be wainscot of, brick
I
or
believe you still have to come back to us though,
stone.
because we
Still
have to
going
be the final approval. Then you have to.
I mean,
Board.
yeah, I'm just trying to make it the most, effective way.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think.
Because, if-
See them and then draw it up and come back.
Yeah, can we do just 8.5 by 11 by that portion? It's just the whole reprinting I'm trying to say.
No, we don't
No.
have large drawings.
It's all reprinting. I mean, I can go to the computer and just put the wainscot. I know, I mean, we just need to agree if it's gonna be brick or it's gonna be stone. I can put it quick. And can we do 11 by 17, something like
That's
that?
fine.
Something like that.
And not just an anno, like we wanna see that on
Have it
plan.
annotated.
And
Want
like,
finished
we wanna
details?
see,
You want
we
like-
don't wanna have to say it's approved pending this, and
Like,
this.
I
We want one set.
at what level? I don't understand. You wanna have a,
Like when you come back, it can
Okay.
be annotated, but also sketch it in.
oh yeah, it's gonna be sketched in elevation.
Let's see how you did.
Yeah, elevation, you're gonna have that one. I can do in large section there so you can see the cut section. I don't wanna get too crazy because we don't have the time.
I know, but we do want you to go crazy.
No, I understand, but the time,
When you're talking about wrapping and making it look,
But see-
you know what that's gonna look like.
yeah, doing the AutoCAD, I've been doing this for years.
So-
You know,
It would, the use would be approved to this point,
Right.
except for the facade, which may not happen until the springtime anyways. Correct?
the point.
Store,
So after it comes back from historic, it's saying.
then we can.
Right.
So no, you're saying
So-
as far as the
so
special
they
use
can
permit
start-
you're talking about?
So, right, so they can start ordering materials and cabinetries and.
For the interior.
To have those drawings, you're saying?
Yeah,
Well,
once,
you already got.
once they get a building permit,
Yeah, I think that was.
and then they'll have time to go to the back here. I mean, they still got time, but it's just another month.
So you've already submitted from the building?
No, I haven't submitted, no. I put these drawings, believe it or not, in 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3, 4 days. So it was a killer because we wanna make this meeting. Now the construction is a different because I wanna make sure that we have a good code study, ADA, the whole night.
is it possible to get approved for use without getting approved for the exact remodel of the outside?
Really want the whole thing.
As far as the use, though, you have no issue with the use. Right, that's foremost was what the special permit. So circling back to that, as far as the use that's being proposed, how it's being proposed, the hours.
If I could actually.
There's no question there.
Yeah, I have like three more questions. So this is the reason why I was curious if it's bagels or bagel sandwiches, is just how it's going to be made and like where you're gonna make it. So is it gonna be like if it's toasted, is it gonna go through one of those like toaster things where it's on the conveyor belt and things back down?
Yeah, that's all being fleshed out with the exact equipment we're gonna use, but yeah, we're gonna have like a toaster oven, we're gonna have an oven in. The back kitchen upstairs where we actually cook the bagels and people can see them going into the oven.
So that's this area.
Yeah, that's this area here.
Yeah, do we need like ventilation for that or?
It's all gonna be electric.
Special use permit though.
Yeah.
Normally be with what it's gonna be inside the building. You can't separate them. I don't think.
What do you mean separate?
Like you can't have, okay, we're approving the use. Without approving what it looks like, what's inside of it, all the rest. I think it has to be as one. But otherwise, why would they come here,
I don't know. What the legal.
I don't know, we
I
didn't.
don't know the TED language, but I don't want to separate.
What's a special permit?
They
I don't wanna go down the crazy path of
But
putting all this on Mike to
They
determine
don't,
what was or what wasn't.
they don't wanna. I mean, they're putting it out front that they wanna remodel the facade, but they don't have to. They can open up shop as is. The doors work, everything works. You don't have to remodel it, right?
As long as you agree to that, right? You have to walk through it and make sure.
Well,
it's
the
up to
building,
code.
once they remodel the inside to a restaurant and assembly, they would require.
We never let them keep the outside, like, everyone we do, it's the
They
inside
don't have
and the
to
outside.
remodel the front.
They do if we say so. They do. I mean, really, right? No, but I mean, right, when if you bring it to the planning.
It's nice.
Well, if it was nice, we wouldn't have to do it, except for little things, but all the,
Building's already up,
yeah.
so it's not like it's.
I think we're.
You
what
have
we're
some
looking
good
for-
feedback, make these changes, get into the historical.
One last question.
Yep.
Sorry, the blue, the flagstone pavers, do we know if, is it blue or what color is it gonna be doing?
Just the regular natural stone color.
You can provide this.
I did, I put it.
Yeah, there's a sample there.
I saw
It's a natural earth tone, right?
Yeah, it's just natural limestone.
these.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's gonna be, because I see circles here and I see
Yes.
squares here.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's a graphic representation.
Circles or
Yeah,
squares?
no, no,
Squares.
Squares.
the whole is, it was a graphic representation and then she was working on the sample and then she got the sample, but it's gonna be correct.
So it's gonna be square tiles.
Yeah.
It's correct.
Okay, just curious.
That's you should go by the
It'll
sample.
probably be different dimensions, it might not be all same size.
Yeah.
tiles, just to give it a little bit of. a-
Well, these are like
That's up to-
one by ones, right?
I think the main thing that she's looking. for
One by
is
one,
the
maybe.
confidence that you're okay with the use, just so she can keep moving forward. Not a vote saying, we're good, but just something saying, yeah, we like it, we.
I mean, the concept is
Yeah.
the concept, and of
Yeah.
course, it fits, and you know, what your family has done with the restaurant next door is obviously very commendable in the village, and as somebody that's been here for a while, I appreciate it, and have been a frequent guest. But I think the hesitation you're hearing is that there are a lot of details that are not spelled out right now.
Okay.
And we've previously been involved with projects where details haven't been spelled out. And push comes to shove, and for whatever reason, whether it's cost, whether it's somebody has a brilliant idea, well, I'm gonna do this. And why wouldn't they want me to do that? Because I think it looks better. We don't have that type of detail to approve.
Okay, so,
What, I'm just trying to understand that. I mean, these drawings is, with
It's
the
a concept.
It's a concept, it's a concept. When you say details, what are you referring to? Are you talking about the wainscot that just came to surface? Okay.
That's one of them.
That's a recommendation.
Yes, they probably
Okay.
have detail of the materials we're using, like for different things, what we're wrapping those posts and what lights we're using, stuff like that.
I have,
We have the samples there. So what other, the samples are attached to the drawings?
It's a representation of shape and design, so like what
so I
size,
have the company,
like.
Yeah.
well, I couldn't get the
I'm trying
exact,
to understand, so
Back
I
from the
provide you
company
the details
because
that you're
it's,
referring to. So one was.
it's in
the Wisco, one was the
Ontario
other
and
one.
they get it from, they
Wayne's
rip
got
it there.
whatever detail you were talking about, we're not going to leave something uncovered. You
Sure,
mentioned, whatever we do with that, I want to see that detail.
that's a code, yeah, we want. That's
No, it's a design.
No, I know, but, okay,
So that level of detail is what we want to see.
sure, I understand that.
To bring that to the historical group, is the historical association committee, I stumble over it every time. Correct. Commission.
What, Wayne Scott, what was the other one? Scott?
Detail on whatever you're referencing for
They're gonna want detail on even what we're probably using like underneath the facade.
Colors.
Wood colors, things. like that.
colors,
It's basically just a finished details, which.
finished detail, everything but the name
So,
of the sign.
so coming from like a technical standpoint. You want us to shop around for like every exact thing, or like this is the stain we're using, we don't know our supplier yet, like, cause this is all. Just to get an idea of. You want exactly the manufacturer and everything?
No,
Everything might not be the exact manufacturer, but if it's a certain kind of material, we want to know what that material is.
You wanted the aesthetics.
Commission
part.
wants the same kind of question.
They're gonna ask the same thing.
just like we said, EPIS on the front, you wanna know details on the underneath, what we're gonna wrap and post and stuff like
And
that.
I think in general, from the group, you're likely getting the feeling that we're not opposed to the use, but we can't go forward. Approving or
Extra,
recommending.
extra
We've
details.
gotten some good feelings, but take this feedback into the set of plans, get it presented to them. You're coming back to us anyways.
When is that presentation for the other, for the, is that?
This is
historical?
Wednesday, this Wednesday.
This Wednesday?
Yeah.
There's no time to do all these details of that.
But they're just reviewing what you did too. You don't have to do that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so I already submitted stuff for them.
Oh, okay, that's right.
It's if you're at the, like typically there, this is a process where there's a concept review, then it gets more detailed at the next level.
This is never one meeting.
Okay, I'm gonna take some notes, Wayne. County. I just wanna know what details you see that are missing that you'd like to see from us next time. So I have what you brought up, the concern with the deterioration of the ephes closer to the ground. Is there any other specifics that you would like to see next?
Details on the awning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how far off of the structure does it go?
Usually there's dimensions, like.
There's a
full
dimensions there,
survey,
I see, I
there's
see
dimensions
height,
for the
and I
open-
We
see,
have the full survey and the.
Let me show you.
yeah, sure.
Right here.
But I
I'm
see the
looking
height,
for
and I
what's
don't,
the definition.
Where's your projection line?
okay, there we go. Thank you.
Super.
2 feet 6 inches, thank you.
Stop. I was just looking.
That's 2.6, which is right at the, it matched the existence of the property. line. We're not going beyond.
You give them a cover.
I'm just replacing what's in there.
Yeah, okay, so here we go.
The chapter about special permits.
What you're gonna do for the
Three sets of preliminary plans.
the braces,
For the awning, you want to see the detail of what you're doing with the awning. Not just the awning, but the braces for the awning.
Well, the
Here you go.
The braces,
Right now, we have them represented as wood.
yeah, the details on the size is gonna be in the comments.
one more question, how come you have
I was looking
light,
for it online.
light on the left, light in the middle, but no light on the right?
Because that's for our, whatever signage we eventually come up with specifically.
That's the retail shop on that side.
Yeah, I get it, it's just off balance to me,
Like parking.
Yeah,
We
so
got
you got,
stuff.
you know,
Mhm.
little left.
Well, there'll be something else over there.
Are you gonna put a light over there later?
On the back side of this application is a list of everything that we'll need.
Okay.
And in this case, there may be an asterisk with the parking. We get it, but it's still gonna be addressed.
The,
Parking, lighting, some of those things.
Yeah, the last one to your question for the architecture, there's the geometric characteristics of all structures. Aesthetic characteristics include design, texture, materials, color and illumination. What you've done, just take it a little further.
sorry, can I ask what specifically about the parking do we need to put together?
Showing the math of what you're supposed to have based on the size, how it's being addressed, where it's being addressed, where the employees are parking.
Okay,
Again, this is never a one meeting thing. This is always a few meetings.
okay. I know, I'm asking a lot of questions because I'm very
I get you.
detail oriented.
I get you.
That's good.
So going
Know
through this will help,
exactly.
going through this list will help. We need to see what would essentially be a full site plan.
Okay,
So when I know the parking layout and all the units, the stalls count and all that stuff, is that what you want?
Keeping in mind, we recognize there's municipal parking. We recognize some of these things, but we'll need to at least do the math, show them
Yeah, it's
as.
shared, but
We
it's there,
recognize
for you
that.
like morning, if people are coming in the morning.
Would this be suffice of the drawings similar to this, right? It's showing the details of
What are your-
telling what you have on your experience.
Yeah.
paper, it's an estimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's considering, you know, the Escalade takes a lot of parking. past that, but before 4, There's nothing there.
Right, that's what you have to document.
That's probably
Using that
architectural,
space
that's the
mainly
So-
at these hours.
That's probably
You
the
did put
speed.
hours on here.
Yeah.
That's fine, that's fine.
7:30.
That's just, it's not.
Before the.
No, that's-
that's
that's easy.
not-
Mhm.
that's-
But the hours,
They
Matt.
work well. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna live,
Mhm.
but that's fine.
For
I know it's. actually-
Yeah. Obviously,
Yeah, I know.
there's a lot of
I figured that's.
pedestrian traffic.
Mhm.
No way into it.
And as we said, there's municipal parking right next door, there's municipal parking under the bridge, and street parking, obviously. All those things, and especially the concept of your business, that it's not open at the same time that the
Right.
restaurant is, helps.
No, can I ask something, because it's gonna go on Wednesday to the meeting, there's a few things that we can catch before that goes to the meeting. is there gonna be any other opportunity to compensate in like a week or week and a half that we can start finishing up all these, the parking and all that stuff is gonna take a little more time?
I think that's for you, right? Not
That's
for
for
us.
that's for when you come back next.
Oh, when is that gonna be? Not three.
It's a month.
Okay, that's fine. Then we can do
Yeah,
that.
we only meet once a month.
First Monday.
Okay.
Okay, so for them, they can
give you feedback too.
Oh, yeah.
When you go.
They can approve.
They
this
can
one
give you
thing. You
feedback
wouldn't have
based
to
on
bounce
this.
back and
Okay,
forth,
that's fine.
right?
Unless there was some real, that's happened that
Unless
they.
they're looking for the finished details to be confirmed. That's the only thing, unfortunately.
So who's gonna be my contact person that I can, when I finish, best over knowledge, so we can save everybody's time? That I can just kind of, hey, just for sanity check, can you just take a quick look at it to see, we checklist all this, is this kind of. I mean,
Well, this-
I'm not,
Like a review
You
before we
can
have
resubmit
meetings.
Yes.
well, everything is up to
Me,
interpretation,
it's
you know,
also-
especially in construction documents. How much is enough, you know?
This is
Okay.
submitted.
Okay,
Just like you did this time.
okay, and then you can give me
Submit it
feedback.
For
Oh,
to
okay,
me as the
good.
secretary and the code officer, and
And then we can get some
we'll need to
feedback.
do it
Okay.
ahead of time, so they can get familiar and sure what you're,
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah. We have some extra time.
yes, you.
There you have time.
But at least I think that we are in the,
Yeah, you definitely are.
it's impossible to,
If you're looking for like feedback, like what are they thinking? I'm concerned about the stools in front, not holding 220.
Oh, okay.
That's generally how I feel.
but there's still poles in there.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we may wanna go.
Oh.
We may wanna go to about 8:30.
Well, Thanksgiving is coming too, so 2:30.
Granite stool.
Well, thanks for your feedback.
Granite stools.
It'll be very, very.
Thanks for the feedback. Thank you.
It's a cool concept, very cool concept. Love it.
Hopefully very soon we
Yeah,
finish
love
and you can come and join us to a grand opening.
Yeah.
We
Right.
will,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have
Thank
a
you.
good evening. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks, man. See you later. Thank you.
All right. So we're leaving that open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for.
Yeah,
Last-
I'm sorry, I was just gonna say, I don't think you have an opportunity soon. No, it's okay, I thought.
We gotta finish on the same thing.
You just decided to problem up when you were here and it was just all one. You know, we spoke and I thought I had very some badly, but. They definitely have the option.
No. Yeah, but-
Because everything's been outside of them.
Right, this long, yeah, like this long.
Gal for the.
I think so, all excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had to.
But no, I mean,
Okay.
if you really look at what the permit is, you can't.
Okay, perfect. As long as
The
that.
other two, and we got nothing but green.
Thank you so much.
All
Thank you. Talk to you later. Thanks.
You'll be fine. You'll be able to do no problem in a week.
Okay.
You know where to get the coffee.
Minutes
Good.
looked good.
Joanne, thank you.
I'll make a motion. I like the minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Hi. So Karen, you
So-
wanted to talk about,
Wait, are we closing meeting?
you want,
So is there anything else that you?
We good?
you just wanted to talk about
Make a motion.
after, right?
Motion for
Lighting
meeting?
and Honda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good.
Wait, I missed the first, wait.
Most of the closing meeting.
Close.
We closed the
Close.
meeting.
Dan,
Second.
okay. And
Catherine.
Second.
Yep.
We want you to
Alright,
hang
give me a
around.
second here to.
We're gonna talk about Honda.
I'm opposed.
No, Joanne, hold on.
Yeah, then we'll.
No,
Wait,
Are we,